Welcome to my fish room. I'm Forrest, Cichlid Man 09. You all know that stuff. You might wonder why the camera was placed in a fashion that would make it seem like I didn't know it was there. Trust me, I did. It is because today we've got an awesome project to show you guys. That is my son yelling in the background. Get over it. I like him more than I like you guys, so you guys are just going to have to deal with him. But today we're going to show, like I said, DIY gel-fish foods. Get you a little involved in your hobby, involved in the food your fish eat. I love some applications that gel-fish food has for the hobby in terms of growing up small fry, small fish, community tanks with a bunch of different fish in it, maybe for bottom feeders, whatnot. Whatever application you're using for, gel-fish food can be basically used any way you want it to. Very diverse. And like I said, it's just a great way to get involved in the hobby with your fish and make you feel like you're a part of, the food that your fish gets. For me, I love using it for newly hatched fry before they can eat pellets. It's a great way to just get fish eating as quickly as possible as soon as they hatch. Basically, as soon as fry, pop out of the egg, start swimming, they can basically start eating gel food just like that without problems. It's a great way for young fry to graze feed, and it's a very easy maintenance way for you to feed those young fry. Because if you know, feeding young fry can be difficult in terms of how frequently you have to do it and the ways you have to do it. Maybe hatching brine shrimp, grinding up foods and whatnot, and just using powder. But gel foods give you an option that you can throw something in there in the morning, and by the afternoon they can just graze all day long through that, and you're not going to have to go in there and feed them 20 different times to get them the food they need. So gel food's absolutely fantastic. We're not going to be doing anything here. You guys are going to follow me to the kitchen. Next step we're going to show you is the stuff you're going to need. Very simple, very inexpensive, something that basically anybody out there who's watching this, who maybe has some extra fish food lying around and a couple other things, and you're basically good to go. Like I said, very easy, very, very inexpensive. Not a whole lot to say other than let's go into the laboratory and let's get to it. We're going to show you the ingredients right now. Alright, welcome to the laboratory where we're going to be making you guys some DIY gel foods. Really, it's just a kitchen. I'm sorry if you were expecting a real lab. There's Hunter down there helping Dad out with the video. Always here to lend a helping hand. Now, this is all the stuff that I'm going to be using to show you guys today. We've got our Southern Delight fish foods. I'm going to be using a mix of a bunch of these, not using an exclusive one. That'll give you a couple things. It'll vary it up in terms of what's in the food, and it'll show you that it doesn't necessarily have to be, one or two ingredients just to be in there. You can just throw in whatever you've got. We've got an ice cube tray right here. The very important coffee grinder. This is right here. This is a Hamilton Beach. Cheap. You see it spinning? These things are absolutely fantastic. A must buy for people who are raising fry. Doesn't matter if you're making gel foods or just grinding up foods. Does a fantastic job of turning a large pellet like this into basically dust like that. That's a must have for this gel fish food, unless you wanted to use, like a mortar and a pestle and whatnot. For me, coffee grinder does a fantastic job. They're inexpensive. One of the best buys, honestly, that I've ever gotten in my fish room, and it seems minor. We've got some measuring cups here. I actually have my water measured out here. I got a half cup of water in there. This is my dry weight measuring cup after we grind up some foods for you guys. And then probably, I don't know if it's the most important, probably one of the most important things right here is this Knox gelatin. Comes in a pack like this. That's 1 ounce. Comes with 4 packs, so 1/4 ounce a piece. About $2 at the store. So basically, if you've got fish foods at home, a coffee grinder, the only thing that you're really going to need other than water is this gelatin that you've got to go get. So very inexpensive. And that's all of our stuff right here. This ice cube tray is absolutely fantastic. Not only is it perfectly sized in terms of the size each, not cube, but whatever the heck round of gel would turn out, but it's got these nice little, show you right here, bouncy, where you can just pop out the gel foods as you go, as you make it. So that's all the stuff we're going to be using. Like I said, we got measuring cups, got some water, dry weight measurer. We'll use this to mix up the final product before we pour it into the mold. Got all of our foods we're going to be using. Like I said, you don't exactly have to use Southern Delight. It's the food that I'm using. It's the food that I have around. So whatever food you have around that you maybe want to feed to your fish, use that, whatever you want to use. I actually have some pre-made gel mix right there. We're not even going to be using that today. Gelatin and the ever important coffee grinder. So that's all of our needed items. Now that we've got all of our ingredients set, our tool set, whatever you're going to be using, now that you have that all set up and ready to go, there's basically only a few steps to making this gel food. That's why it's so simple, so easy, and that's what makes it fun. You got to take your selected pellets, which I have right here. I've got a bunch of Southern Delight stuff in here: large cichlid, small cichlid, veggie krill, nano krill, some power feed, some growth. Basically every single one of these. Got that all mixed in there. Do not have to be using Southern Delight. You can use whatever pellets you got at home. This recipe calls for pellets grinded. That's what I've done it for, so that's what I'll say it works for. So don't take my word for that it's going to work if you add shrimp and other wet ingredients and whatnot. Even if you added flake in there, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be consistent with what I'm doing here. Pellets is what this recipe's for. But you take those pellets, all you got to do is grind them, turn them into a nice fine powder, consistent powder. Like I said, coffee grinder is absolutely fantastic at turning a pelleted food, a nice big old hard pellet, into basically dust. Do that. We're going to measure out a specific amount, which is going to be 1/4 cup. Then we're going to add that 1/4 cup of food to 1 packet of Knox gelatin. Boil up 1/2 cup of water, not 1 1/2, but 1/2, so half of one of water. We're going to add that to the mixture. Pour it in our mold here, which is a glorified ice cube tray with some bouncy bouncies, and put it in the fridge, and then we're done. So first step, like I said, we're going to take our pellets, put it in there. We're going to seal the top like so. I'm going to grab the camera and we're going to show you exactly what this looks like. Boom. Boom. And we'll pop the top off here in a second. Hold on, we'll set the camera back down. Pop the top off. I can't do this all with one hand. Grab the camera. Kind of show you where we're at so far. Still got some pellets in there. Put the top back on. Like so. Press the grind. Give it a couple shakes. Give it a shake, shake, shake. That'll help get the stuff off there. Grind it some more. Grind it some more. Once you stop hearing that crunching sound in there, that basically means that you're just about done. I like to go overkill and just keep on grinding. Alright, now that we've got our pellets all finely ground up like this, basically the next thing we've got to do is take that, measure it out to 1/4 cup. We're going to add that to our gelatin by putting them both into the coffee grinder, running that, allowing that to mix it up. And so we're going to set the camera down. You guys can watch me do that. Not that it'll be that interesting, but I usually just take like a piece of paper or something, use a funnel, whatever. I'm not going to take responsibility for any of you out there using any kitchen appliances you're not supposed to be using with fish food. I kind of have permission. Don't tell anybody. So take that, put that in there. Use a weight to kind of pack it down, like so. Alright, let's grab the camera again. Show you exactly what that looks like. Very even. That's why I pack it down so it comes out like that. No air bubbles, nothing like that. If you just let it sit in there like normal, it's going to make it seem like there's a lot more food than there is. So that's why I like to pack it down. So we're going to set the camera back down. Like so. Going to take our packet of Knox gelatin, this guy. And we're going to open it. Pour that into our coffee grinder. Throw that aside because we don't need that anymore. Almost lost it. Gonna take that, pour that out. This is gonna go back in here. My son's right under the camera, by the way. That's gonna go back in here like that. Lost a little touch of it. Lid back on here. Grab the camera again. I don't know why I have to tell you, I just do it. And all we're doing right here is mixing it in. We're not grinding it, we're not doing anything else, we're just mixing in the packet of knocked gelatin in with the food so that it's consistent, so that you've got the steady amount of gelatin to food throughout the entire mixture. So we're just going to keep mixing that a little bit. When I shake it like that, it knocks all the food off the sides and whatnot. There we go. You guys probably see that a little better. Alright. Now that we got all that mixed in, the next step is to take our water, throw that into the microwaver. Sorry, that's dirty. Hit some time. 130. Alright, water is in the microwave and we've got it boiling, so all we got to do is take it out. You can see there's some bubbles in there. Alright, be careful. Gonna pour that into the food gelatin mixture. Got our handy dandy baby fork. We're gonna mix that in thoroughly like this. And the consistency you're gonna want is like thick pancake batter, something very thick. You just want to mix it in thoroughly like so. I'm actually gonna Alright, got the water added and then we've got it all mixed up. This is about the consistency that you're gonna want, and we're gonna try and work a little quick here to get this all into the mold. So all we gotta do is take our food here and into the mold we go, or ice cube tray, whatever the heck you want to call it. Just like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just like so. And it may not seem like it, but a quarter cup of food, half cup of water actually makes a decent amount of gel food, guys. Makes quite a bit. I've actually cut the recipe in half at times because I just don't use it all. So if you're not going to use it all, you can definitely cut the recipe in half, which would be an 1/8 cup food to a quarter cup of water if you can do math like me. But got that all in there. It's about as good as I care to do it right now. Shake that down. I'll grab the camera again, show you guys exactly what we're looking at. There we go. It's in the mold. I still got some left in there, but you know, it's about showing you guys. So this is going to go into the refrigerator up here. Going to sit in there, let that set, and then when we come back, should be all done for you guys, and I'll pop out some gel cubes for you and throw it into a fish tank, and maybe we'll see some fish eating it. Alright? So, like I said, when we come back. YouTube, gel has set, and the great, awesome thing about these crazy cool ice cube trays is this. What you gotta do is give it a little pokey poke, like so. Sorry if our table's moving, we got a little gremlin over here doing that. So, gotta check our texture here. You want it to be nice and firm like that, but not, you don't want it to be all squishy and whatnot. So it definitely holds its shape fine. And let's throw one of these into a fry tank. Set this up here so that my son doesn't eat it. So we'll throw this in here with my F1 Rio mags. Check them out. And just like that, they're going after the stuff. Fantastic. That's what we look like. Sorry if I sound stuffed up. Got a little bit of a cold. Gel is set. Hope this gave you a little information in terms of if you wanted to make your own DIY gel foods. Very, very simple. All you need is some pellets, some way to grind up the food, be that a coffee grinder, mortar and pestle blender, whatever you want to do. Pack of gelatin. The ratio is 1/4 cup fish food ground up, 1/2 cup of boiling hot water, 1 packet of gelatin. Mix that all up, put it in some sort of a mold. Does not have to be an ice cube tray like this. Can be whatever you want, Tupperware container, bowl. Put that in the refrigerator, let it set. And then after it sets, it's good to go. You can cut it to size. You know, these things right here, I can cut these in half and feed them to my fish. However you want to do it, any application, it can be used.
Hope you all enjoyed the video for today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Lets me know that you like what I'm doing and that you want to see the consistent videos I've been putting out. Like the video. There's a button down there, thumbs up, thumbs it up. If you like the information that we supplied here, making you some DIY gel fish foods. But like I said, very simple, very easy task for the DIY aquarist who wants to really, take their involvement to the hobby the next level, involve themselves in, making some fish food for your fish, and more importantly, have fun with it. Have fun with your hobby. Spend some time with my son here today. That's really what it's all about. Spending time with your fish, spending time with your family. Having to be in an involved situation where we're just having fun, and that's what it's really all about. That's what my channel's all about: having fun with you, the viewer. And we will see you this weekend for our fish room update. Again, thank you for watching. Again, if you have not subscribed, down there's a subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.